Hey, this is Bruce. You're not seeing double. It's really me. I am introducing a little bit of information that Morgan wants to get you about the new Discovery 2 that we're working on here at Lake Valley, at the Lake Valley office. And so just sit back for a minute, and Morgan's going to come on and share some new information for you as home group pastors. These are things that we want you to know and that we're going to be putting in your hands in the very near future. So sit back and enjoy.
Well, thanks for that incredible introduction, Bruce, and I really appreciate you sharing that with me. You know, two heads are better than one. I wish I just had one. I've worked so hard on this Discovery 2 over the past few weeks that my head is shrinking. I hope it doesn't continue this because that could be very devastating.
You know, actually, my head isn't shrinking, and I haven't been writing the Discovery 2 on my own. It has been a collaborative effort, and if two heads are better than one, then four heads are much better than one. And so there's been a team that have been working hard for the last couple of months rewriting the Discovery 2 material. And so the reason for this video clip is, first of all, to thank you for what you're doing for the church. We believe that every member is a minister, and that we believe in the priesthood of all believers. And so what you are doing on the front lines of life at Lake Valley is critical. And really your work is as important or more important than what we're doing as staff. So thank you. We really appreciate what you're doing. We wanted to give you a heads up of this Discovery 2 change, and then we want to ask you to do two things. One, we want to ask you to come to a lunch on January the 3rd. It'll be after church. We'll get together and we'll talk about this Discovery 2 material. We'll actually have it for you, and we'll walk through it together. The second thing we want to ask you to do is that between January and Easter, we want you to take your group through the Discovery 2 material. Now, I know most of your group are probably already members, and you're wondering, why would we do that? We think it's critical that all of Lake Valley is on the same page, that we're walking in the same direction, that we're using the same language. And so we think it's important for the whole body to be using that same language. And as new people come into your groups, you'll understand their perspective on this whole Discovery 2 process. So between January and Easter, we'd love for you to take your group. In fact, we want to mandate that for all groups to go through the Discovery 2 process. They'll already be members. We're not asking to re-up their membership. We just want them to go through the material so they know what we're talking about. The material is 4 weeks, just like the old Discovery 2. And so if your group meets every other week, it'll take you a couple of months to go through that. If your group's meeting weekly, I know there's some that are, you can knock that out in a month. And so we'd greatly appreciate that. Just to give you a heads up about some of the changes between the old Discovery 2 and the new, really the language is similar in some ways. We haven't changed the message. We're just tweaking it a little bit to make sure that it reflects the new mission statement. The new mission statement, as many of you know, is discovering together how to live and serve like Jesus. And then we use this little tagline. You'll see it on our logos. You'll see it a lot around on the church moving forward. It's discovering life. And we think life really is found, first of all, and we're going to use a little acronym. First of all, it's made by an essential relationship, an essential choice, an essential commitment. And that choice, that relationship is with Christ. And the L in life is losing my life to Jesus. And so you'll see us using that a lot. And then that losing my life to Jesus is followed by 3 responses to that relationship. Those responses are imitating His ways, basically becoming a disciple of Christ. It's living in a family of families. It's that community that's so important to Lake Valley. It's what we've talked about since day one. It's actually part of our name. We are a community church. And then the third response is engaging our community, and that's serving our community and the world. So all of Discovery 2, the first week is on the L, and then the following 3 weeks are on the I, the F, and the E. And so as they go through Discovery 2, what we hope is that they'll learn our perspective on discovering real life. And then at the end, they'll be given an opportunity to join the church as well. So that's the process, and that's the layout, and we wanted to give you that heads up. But mostly we want to ask you to do 2 things for us, and we'll say it one more time. January the 3rd, we'd love for you to be with us at the church, after church. We'll have a meal and we'll talk through this in depth, and we'll tell you how we would teach it if we were teaching it to your group. Secondly, between January and Easter, take your group through Discovery 2, and we'll get those materials in your hand. Well, seriously, we wanted to get this little video to you, mainly to give you a little piece of information.
Hey, this is Bruce. No, you're not seeing double. It's just really me. But I'm stop. Just really me. Just really me. Just really me. Stop. Stop. Stop.
I am not a blockhead.
Do you smell that?
You know, as a staff, we've really been working hard to become more well-rounded.
Stop.
Everyone's a minister at Lake Valley, and it's so true. And what you are doing is incredibly critical to the life of Lake Valley. So thank you. We really believe.
Stop.
I ain't got nobody.
Stop.
Well, thanks for that incredible introduction, Bruce, and I really appreciate you sharing that with me. You know, two heads are better than one. I wish I just had one. I've worked so hard on this Discovery 2 over the past few weeks that my head is shrinking. I hope it doesn't continue this because that could be very devastating.
Stop.